In today's video, we are going to see how a manually executed tasks is automated using Windows Task Scheduler, Python, Power Automate, and Batch script or PowerShell script. For your surprise, all these can be done without paid RPA tools. Let us see a scenario. If you need to run a SAS program every day or week to generate multiple output files, then you copy all the output files from SAS server to different SharePoint location. Finally, you send a mail to different project team members to inform about the output files. All these can be done without human intervention. First, create a batch file. This batch file contains two parts. One is defining the program location and then run the program. Save this file with extension .bat. Second step is to create the Python script. Importing modules. The script starts by importing necessary modules. OS, for interacting with the operating system. Util, for performing high-level file operations. Datetime, for working with dates and times. Getting today's date. It gets the current date in the mentioned format. Defining paths. Base_path. The base path where the source folder is located. Source_folder. Combines the base path with today's date to create the full path to the source folder. Destination folder. The path where files will be copied to. Checking source folder. It checks if the source folder exists. If it exists, it lists all files in the source folder. It then looks at each file. If a file's name starts with today's date, it copies that file to the destination folder. If a file's name starts with any other alphanumeric character, it also copies that file to the destination folder. After copying, it prints a message saying the files have been copied. Error handling. If the source folder doesn't exist, it prints a message asking to check the path. Third is to create Task Scheduler. From Windows search menu, type Task Scheduler. From the Task Scheduler, select Create Task. In General tab, give a name to this task and select either Run only when user is logged on, or even when the user is not logged on. Select Run with highest privileges. Then, move on to Actions tab and select New. In New Action, browse to the batch file that we created in first step. Finally, go to Triggers and select New, and create a new trigger according to your requirement. Do the same to configure Python script in Task Scheduler. Fourth and final step is to send email automatically using Microsoft Power Automate. Log in to the Power Automate application and select Create. Then, select Automated Cloud Flow. Then, give a name to this flow. Then search for the trigger as when a new file is created. Select from the list and then select Create. Once the trigger is created, go to the parameters and enter the site address, library, and from advanced parameters select Folder and enter the exact location of SharePoint. Next, add an action. Search email and select the email action from search. From parameters, we can add the recipient's emails, then add subject of the email. In body of email, we can also include hyperlinks to the SharePoint location. Select the text and select the hyperlink icon above in the body. This will request to include the URL for the SharePoint. Finally, also configure if any other person to be CC'd. Now it is fully automated. First, the batch file will run the SAS program at scheduled time to create an SAS output files. Second, Python script will run as per the scheduled time. Make sure to run the Python script after the batch file to copy files from SAS server to SharePoint location. Third, Power Automate will be triggered after the Python script is run to send a mail to team members.